Seeing in the dark has tactical and practical advantages, but night vision goggles have historically been expensive. But this is the N4, a wearable, affordable digital night vision goggle from GTMedia. In this episode, we're going to test it, see its capabilities, and at the end of the video, you'll find out how you can win one. So let's get started. You get a nice padded carrying case, but let's skip the typical unboxing and just take a look at all the contents of the box. These are GTMedia N4 night vision goggles. They are in the format of binoculars, but technically they are not because they do not offer you stereoscopic vision. There are two eyepieces here, and they do have independent diopter focuses, but this is just to focus onto an internal LCD screen. What looks like two different tubes in the front is actually just one camera lens. The other tube is an infrared illuminator, basically an infrared flashlight. You can focus this lens. It does have a dial to adjust for near to far. The main controls are on the top here. You have your power button, you have your menu. Once you have it powered up, you can press that menu button and you can cycle through the menu using the two lower buttons, which are plus and minus. These two buttons also control the infrared illuminator, but these also control the digital zoom. Because it is a digital camera, it does offer some additional modes. So you press the mode button, you can cycle from video camera to still photo camera to review or play what you've recorded or taken photos of. And this button, shoot, is actually the shutter button or record button. It is internally powered with a rechargeable battery. There is a port that's covered with a silicone cover here on the right side. It has a micro SD card slot, and it does come with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. A USB-C port here charges the unit, and there's a little red indicator LED that lights up when it is charging and turns off when it is fully charged. There are two attachment points for photo tripods or photo accessories. These are standard 1/4-inch sockets, both on the top and the bottom. The top one also functions as a mounting point, and it does come with a bracket that attaches via a GoPro style joint, and you just screw that in. And it also comes with a headband that you can wear these hands-free and attach it, strap this onto your head, or with the appropriate adapter you could attach this via GoPro to any sort of GoPro mount or a helmet should you wish to. The eye cups here are soft silicone rubber. Overall housing is plastic, fairly lightweight. The whole overall unit is also fairly lightweight, but I don't think this thing would survive much abuse or dropping, say, from 3 feet onto a concrete floor. Yeah, not very ruggedized, but as long as you take care of them, they should work properly. And speaking of which, let's get this thing charged up and give it a test. Before we get started with the test, I'd just like to take a quick break here to talk about this episode's sponsor, Aura. You've seen the news, those huge data breaches that have compromised mine and probably your data. That's why it's important to be proactive. Now, for the cost of just a VPN, I'm getting a whole suite of security services, including $1 million in identity theft insurance, fraud alerts, spam blockers, and they're even removing me from those damn data broker listings. After a month of using Aura, I've seen my spam mail go down by more than half, and I'm not getting any robocalls anymore. For an election year, that's priceless. Speaking of priceless, I'm giving you the opportunity to try them for free. Use my link, aura.com/moondog, and you can try them for 14 days, free. No contracts, no commitments. And if you use that link, you're helping to support this channel. You know, identity fraud is a real thing, and with AI, it's all too easy to spoof your identity. That's why you should try out Aura. Alright, let's get back to the tests. This is footage I recorded using the goggles, and I'm also testing out the digital zoom, but that doesn't get recorded for whatever reason. And as you can see, the footage is low res and low frame rate. It does record sound, but you can barely hear it. Next, we tested at night, and you could see my assistant about 20 yards away clearly through the N4, but absolutely not visible with the naked eye. And here is footage taken directly from the N4 camera with the infrared illuminator. And I'm going to walk down the path 100 yards, and we'll see if you could still see me. Alright, here I am at 100 yards, and I'm going to turn around and hold up a reference target board. At 100 yards, you can't even tell these are target boards. In fact, you won't be able to read many details until I walk back and get to about 10 yards away. But the important thing is you can tell this is a human walking towards you in the dark. I'd like to thank GTMedia for sending out the N4 for me to test, and as you saw in my tests, for budget night vision, this works. But it is Gen 1 budget night vision, and by that, Gen 1 units have low resolution and require an infrared illuminator, so that anybody else with night vision, whether it's Gen 3 or even another Gen 1 unit, will be able to see that beam at a distance just as easily as if you were waving around a regular flashlight. That said, if your opponent does not have night vision, and by opponent I'm talking about feral hogs or coyote, well, there's an old saying that in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king, and you would be the king in that kind of situation. If you hear a noise in the backyard, you'll be easily able to tell if that noise is an intruder, a raccoon, or the neighbor's cat. So yeah, very useful tool. Now, like all night vision, it does have some limitations. Chiefly, it has a fairly limited range of field of view because you are looking through a camera tube, and this one, at 1 power, this is not really truly 1 power, it's more like 4 power, so images that you're seeing here are closer in the camera than they are in the real world. So moving around, walking around in the dark can be a very disorienting experience. So I don't recommend this necessarily for like night hikes where you're walking around in uneven terrain or night airsoft. Then again, I don't think these lenses would survive a BB hit anyway. And this lightweight housing probably would not survive if you tripped and accidentally dropped this onto a rock. That said, the lightweight housing is beneficial. If you're strapping this onto your head, that lightweight is far less fatiguing and doesn't require a heavy counterweight. And if you strap this on and onto your head, you're hands-free. You're able to use your hands, both hands, without having to hold this unit and scan around in the dark. So yeah, very useful and very affordable as well, with a street price around about a little over $100. So if you're interested in picking up a pair of these, I've included product links as well as more information in my full write-up at moondogindustries.com. Use the affiliate links in that article and you're helping to support this channel. And of course, you can always help support this channel by simply hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. If you're not already a subscriber, it just takes a second to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and that's absolutely free. So yeah, you're doing me a favor by doing that. So I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to give you an opportunity to win a brand new N4 night vision goggle from GTMedia. To qualify for this contest, all you have to do is subscribe to my new travel channel, Moondog Go, or follow me on X, formerly Twitter, and send me a screenshot proving that you have. You can find complete rules on how to enter this contest at moondogindustries.com/N4contest. You'll also find a digital entry form along with the upload button to send your screenshots. I'll be pulling the winner on September 30th, 2024 among the qualified entrants, so your chances are good. All right, good luck. Get those screenshots in. Moondog out. Hey, I'd like to know what you thought of this video. Leave me a comment or chat with me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, MeWe, Instagram, or Locals. And if you want to see all of my videos, go to moondogindustries.com.